first question, Mark Berman. Mark?
I'm getting here. Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Mark.
Mark, you're muted again.
You're muted again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I guess you've been hit with a little bit of everything in your first year as the head coach. What was that like while they were waiting between when the game officials were doing that confab and you were waiting to see what they said?
It was well, we had the iPad on the side and we saw it a little bit earlier. We were just hoping that they didn't that they saw what we saw, I'll say. So it was definitely nerve-wracking, finger-biting time, and just the hair of a second kept the game together. And, yeah, that was a tough moment for sure.
Kelly Eco.
Hey, Coach, throughout the season, we've talked about kind of the need to build habits. Tonight, there was a lot of good ball movement, a lot of good spacing. They got a lot of open shots. What was the view from your vantage point in terms of, I guess, the half-court offense?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, we were, like you said, we were moving the ball, we were making an extra pass. You can always tell our ball movement based on our corner three-point attempts. And if we're not moving the ball, we're not getting those. And if we are, we are. So we did a good job of that. And we still turning the ball over a little bit more than I'd like. But overall, with the guys that we have on the floor, those guys moved it. We got good looks. We could have shot a little bit better, but that's a good recipe to have good offense, to have good spacing, get the ball moving, kick guys, not just good shots, but great shots.
Jonathan Fagan.
Shorthanded as you guys are and playing against the top scoring bench in the NBA, to get that much off your bench, is that the way it's going to have to be, to have balance, to have that group do that?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be everybody. We are short-handed, and we have been most of the year. And for David and Sterling and Ben to have the contribution that they had, basically, helped us win the game for sure. We had made a few mistakes down the stretch. It would have been an easier win, but like you said, they have the number one scoring bench in the league. We matched them very well because most of the guys that we have coming off our bench are really defensive-minded guys. So it worked out well.
Yeah.
Adam Spulling.
Stephen, with all kind of the stuff that's gone wrong for you guys over the last couple of weeks, to lose the 20-point lead and fall behind, but still be able to come back to win the game, is that one of the bigger positives that come out of this, that you're able to withstand that?
For sure. The adversity part is huge. I think I might have even mentioned that last game, as far as when adversity hits, our ability to come together as a group or splinter as a group. And tonight, adversity hit. We got down 5 or 6. And we came together and made some big plays. We got downhill. Eric made some huge plays. Tuck made some really big plays. So that's just learning as a group and coming together as a group. And you see the product is getting better on the floor. I mean, our defense was so much better tonight, just because we're doing it more and they're picking up their principles and they're talented defensive players. And Tuck is a guy who can communicate everything on the floor and gets us going defensively. So yeah, it's good, and we're starting to come together without a whole bunch of practice.
Ali Kambajani.
Hey, Stephen. Wanted to ask you primarily about Eric and Victor, how they looked tonight. Eric did it, especially in that fourth quarter, really took over with the ball and scored well and passed to his teammates well, especially with that small ball lineup. What did you see from both those guys, especially with that small ball lineup?
Yeah, it's nice to have both guys who can initiate offense, play pick and roll, play off each other, and be a threat. And they both were very much downhill tonight, and that was huge for us. And they didn't pick threes like they wanted to, but they didn't just settle. They were downhill and got to the rim. There were a few layups that we missed that we were attacking with force and doing what we're supposed to do. So to have both of those guys on the floor is good for us because we need threats from the perimeter. And if we're going to be putting 5 out, we need guys who can turn the corner, and they both did that.
Thank you.
Mark Berman.
Hey, Stephen, I know that PJ played big minutes tonight, but I know also the other day he played through where he had an abdominal muscle issue in the second half. Did PJ play through anything today to get to the 33 minutes?
No, he was good. He had yesterday to kind of get himself right. And, PJ Tucker, he's not missing a game. He's not. So even if he were dealing with something, he probably wouldn't have told me. And he's going to play. He's going to play hard, and he's going to be a communicator. And I think he probably had his best game offensively for sure tonight for us. But defensively, he came up with some huge stops, huge rebounds.
Jonathan Fagan.
There hasn't been one of these so important to have asked, and this one isn't either, but another challenge tonight, other than never leave the gym with a challenge in your pocket. Do you have a philosophy on using those?
I try to use them every game if possible because it's there for us. So like you said, don't leave the gym with a challenge in my pocket. But I try to, take points off the board if I can, or limit fouls from starting important guys, things like that. So Will Weaver and I collaborate on the challenge thing as well as Rick Higgins. Rick Higgins is the one with the iPad behind the bench and gives me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Seems like a lot of times this season I've been doing it more on field than the video, but yeah, I'm trying to use them because they're there for us. If I can in any way take a couple points off the board, that's my job to do.
Thanks.
And last question, Cody Davis.
Hey, Coach, tonight you had 7 players who scored in double figures, and DeMarcus Cousins had a season high in rebounding. Can you just talk about how important it was to have everyone just play a part in this win tonight?
Yeah, it's kind of like the San Antonio win where we were limited on guys and we just everybody kind of played a role and did their job, and it feels good. The crazy part is that foul had been 0.1 second earlier, then we wouldn't feel so good, I guess. But overall, the contribution from everybody doing their job and doing their part, coming together in the adverse times, that's what I was most proud of. We really did a good job of that. Definitely most proud of our defensive effort because that's been something that we've been talking about a lot and showing a lot of film and walking through a bunch. And this is a team that can score. And we held them down 21 in the fourth quarter, which is huge.
Thank you, Coach.